Inner joins only show us result sets when the two tables have an equal or an exact match specified in the fields in the ON clause. John Marshbank having a null location ID would be omitted from any inner join that uses the location ID field. To view all records, including the ones that don't match, we need to explore the use of outer joins. Query both tables by joining them in the fashion you saw in the last lab, with an inner join. We know when we query just the employee table, we get 12 records. But after we do this join, we only see 11 records in our result set. This is because with an inner join, it only shows records where both tables match. What if we wanted to see all employees, regardless of if they have a matching location ID in the location table or not? If you want to find matching and non-matching information from two tables, you need to use what is known as an outer join. To demonstrate this technique a little more clearly, we're going to put both tables in the same line after the from clause. We have one table on the left of the join and another table on the right of the join. Now, which table do we want to become the dominant table, the table that should always show its records? If we want the table on the left to always show its records, even if it doesn't find a match on the right, just change it to left outer join. Run this query, and we get John Marshbank. In this result set, the null values you see next to John Marshbank's name means no records were found in the location table. We may also remember we have 4 locations: Seattle, Chicago, Boston, and Spokane. There is actually one location that has no employees. Notice Chicago does not appear in this result. Well, what if we weren't doing an employee report, but a location report? We want to see all locations, even if there's no employee associated with that location. We would have to use an outer join. The table on the right needs to become the dominant table. So you would type the words right outer join. And notice 2 things. Number 1, we have Chicago with no employees, and now your result set is ordered by the natural sort of the location table, which is by location ID. There is one other type of join that allows both tables to show all records, and that is a full outer join, which at one time was called a right-left join. When you execute this, you get all employees even if they have no location, and all locations even if there is no employee working there. When we join the employee and location tables together with an inner join, we're not going to see all of the employees, because not all employees have a matching location. However, when we change to the left outer join and run it, we're now getting all employees, whether or not they have a matching location. Does a left outer join always show all records from the table on the left? Not always. But what it does do is shows all of the records from the table on the left that you want. For example, how many of these employees are named John, whether or not they have a location? Well, let's put a criteria here that says where first name equals John. Now let's run it. See, we're not getting 12 records. We're just getting the records from the employee table that we're asking for, whether or not they have a location. So regardless of the type of join you use, the records produced from the join can be filtered by the criteria in the where clause. The where clause filters records after the join clauses. It's time for Lab 3.2, Skill Check 1. Open the query window to the JProCode database. Write a query that shows a list of all the grants and the first and last names of the employees who acquired them. If the grant was not found by an employee, we still want to see a null first and last name, and the grant to show up. Show the first name, last name, grant name, and amount fields. There should be 4 fields in your result set. When you're done, your screen should resemble the figure you see here. Time for Skill Check 2. Write a query so that you see all employees and the list of grants that they have found. If they have found no grants, a null should appear next to their name. Show first name, last name, grant name, and amount fields. When you're done, your screen should resemble the figure you see here.